Hey everybody, I am Justin. I am a writer and artist and Akashic consultant. Every month I open the Akashic records to share with everybody what the records have to say about what's coming up in the energetics in the month ahead. And this month there is one big blazing theme, so stay tuned for the full report to get all the details. If you don't know what the Akashic record is, or what it is I do exactly, and you're curious, just please stay tuned for the full report. Well, I will explain all. All right, hey everybody, again, my name is Justin. Welcome to the full report for January 2023. And my goodness, it is a beautiful one. This new year is starting off with a beautiful, beautiful boost for us all. Before I get into this big theme and the cool news, I want to just say a little bit about what it is I'm doing here. What is the Akashic Record for those of you who are new? So I'm an Akashic consultant, among other things. I'm also a writer and a coach, and I open the Akashic Record, which is the imprint and consciousness of everything that ever happens. So consciousness literally remembers or records in its own self, its own activity. And this information can be a resource for us all to bring guidance, insight, wisdom, and in particular when we look into our own personal record, which is something I help people do. So once a month, I expand that to include anyone and everyone who would watch this video. And I open the record for our collective record, and ask what are the insights, themes, energetics that are coming up to support our growth in the month ahead. So for January, there is really only one theme, and it's a really cool big one. So it has to do with what they're calling light vision. Light vision. So sort of, I guess, a play on words, night vision. So I currently have the records open now. So I will be referring to some notes I collected when I first downloaded this forecast, but I will also be receiving things as I speak. So if you see me pause or change mid-sentence, it usually means that something's coming through that wants to be a part of the conversation. So light vision, what do we mean? So they're saying that in the month of January, there's an abundance of how to say, the sacred light that we all are is abundantly visible. It's like someone has taken the as if there was like a light filter function on reality and like turned it up a few bumps. Turn it up a few degrees so that it's just more apparent, more felt, more palpable for us all. So there's a couple of ways that this is going to affect us. So on a direct level, on a very direct level, we will, like I said just now, we will be able to see and feel that everyone and everything is made of the one sacred light. Everyone and everything is made of it. So they're giving me, again, this metaphor of the movie projector. So those of you who've been following these forecasts, this is a metaphor they like to use with me a lot. And the basic idea is that no matter what movie is projected by the movie projector of the universe, you might call this reality a movie. Whatever movie is projected by our perceptions or our experience or, quote, the universe, it is always the same light that is making that movie visible. So another way to say that is no matter what the movie is, it is always made of the one sacred light. This sacred light is what is most is going to be more visible, more palpable, and they're calling that light vision. Another way to think of it is when you see your experience with the heart, they're saying when you see with the heart, you see the way that we see, meaning we in the records. So seeing the light, no matter the movie, is going to be a very strong possibility for those of us who feel attuned to that call. It's an angelic, golden energy that abounds in January. It's like a film or a veil has been removed from our eyes. And this is not something that's going to be temporary. Once this is seen, it can't be unseen. So this year starts with a very powerful seeing of the clear light of consciousness, you might say, that we all are. Some might call that the infinite consciousness of God, if you're more religious or devotional. So that's one way that this is going to manifest. For those of us for whom that might seem perhaps more metaphysical than you're perhaps able to really take in or experience, no big deal. There's some secondary or indirect ways this is going to manifest for a lot of us. We often say when there's the new year, there's the new me. New year, new me. It's a big cliche for this time of year. But in fact, this year, it's actually very, very real. It's very real. So there's, of course, what I just mentioned. There's the light vision, the seeing of the true nature of all of those we come in contact with, everything that is in this experience. So that's one way to renew yourself on a very profound level. The other has to do with kicking off positive new habits. January really is, this January really, really is one of the most optimum times in a long time, not just last January or the one before, but in a long time to kick off new positive habits. So if you have, if your body is crying out for more care, more exercise, more movement, more moving of energy, book regular yoga classes or Pilates or dance classes. Take care of that need. Cement it into your schedule. It's important that these things be regular. So, just signing up for the promotion that kicks off the new year, as often these kinds of activities attract, is a cool way to start, but it's about consistency and sticking with it, right? But absolutely go for those promotions. Tell your friends, go together. Give yourself the opportunity to really upgrade your well-being in January. It's going to pay off in dividends. Cement a meditation habit. There are so many apps out there, so many meditation coaches like myself, that it's a perfect time to do it. On the creative side, if you have felt like I've always had a book in me, or I just would love to start writing poetry, which is something that's been calling on me a lot right now, or songwriting, or I've just wanted to learn a new instrument. January is the time to just do it. Just go into it and just do it. There's an enormous amount of goodwill in this turning up of the light. Enormous amount of positive renewal in this turning up of the light in this month. This also has a really positive opening for relationships that have become estranged or even just a little quiet. So if you have a friend or a family member with whom you've become estranged, or you have a friend where it's gone quiet, or a family member where it's gone quiet, long lost friendships or family members, this month is golden for reconnecting. So write that holiday note. Doesn't have to be a grand overture. Write a holiday note saying, hey, you've been on my mind. I just want you to know and wish you a happy new year, or a happy January, however you might want to celebrate right now. The goodwill, as I mentioned, the goodwill felt in the sacred light. Another way that we sometimes call this in the Buddhist context is basic goodness. So when this light increases, our understanding, our felt sense, the palpableness of basic goodness increases. And so this makes it more possible to bridge relationships that have lost some connection. So go for it. It is wanted in the field. It is very wanted in the field, especially in January, because also New Year, New Me is famous in January. What is also famous in January is the most depressing day of the year is in January, statistically speaking. In the Northern Hemisphere, there's a lot of seasonal affective disorder that accumulates to a peak in January. There's also a lot of family gatherings where unmet needs and emotional stuff is coming to the surface that might have been repressed, and that's overwhelming. And you know, maybe we spend a lot of money and we're feeling like money's tight. And of course, all of the other new pressures on life these days with COVID. So please, if you feel, they're saying, if you feel any desire to reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, this is a great month to do it. It might just be something that lifts somebody out of darkness. And even if it is just like a little holiday note, this is a great gesture. The goodwill behind it will be felt. So take advantage of it. And then the last thing they want to say is that what you do in January 2023 will reverberate for the entire year. It is that potent of a time. So say yes to what resonates. Just say yes to what resonates for you, and then say no to what doesn't resonate for you. Continuing to do what doesn't resonate is really like, who does that serve? Who does that serve? They really want to encourage us all to embrace turning a page with the new year and committing to doing what resonates and not doing what doesn't resonate. For those of you who want to know more about this, I have a couple of resources for you. The records have given me a download for the entire year ahead that I'll be releasing in another video very soon. So you please follow my YouTube channel or reach out to subscribe to my email list. You can find all the information in the description of this video. That will be a great resource for harnessing what is happening in January and beyond. Oh my goodness, what's happening beyond January in 2023. This is a very big year, y'all. A second resource is I'm starting a Akashic coaching program, a series of sessions with me one-on-one to help you renew your life in a few sessions, relationships, work, spiritual path, personal growth, you name it, across a few sessions to start your year and help you really ramp into this increasing positive energy that's happening in the field. So again, if you want to know more about that, check out the description below. There's tons of links down there, as well as information on my next Akashic Circle. All right, y'all, that's it for January. Enjoy this incredible light. I know I am. Take care and Happy New Year.